Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Overnight, Russian forces launched a missile attack targeting the southern regions of Ukraine, leaving at least 2 people dead and 10 wounded, reported in Zaporizhia. Ukrainian air defense shot down 27 out of the 35 incoming drones in that attack. Meanwhile, Russian forces recently recaptured lost position east of Korenevo amid continued Ukrainian assaults in the Kursk region. A Russian military blogger claimed that Ukrainian forces marginally advanced near Pogrebki and that Russian forces previously abandoned positions within these settlements to avoid encirclement. Another Russian blogger claimed that Ukrainian forces continue to strike Russian pontoon crossings over the same river in the Glushkovo district. And on the front line, Russian forces continued offensive operation in the northern Kharkiv region. Heavy clashes are ongoing near Haliboke and Lipsy and northeast of Kharkiv city near Vovchansk. The spokesperson for the Ukrainian Kharkiv group of forces said that Russian forces have increased their use of light and heavy armored vehicles in the Kharkiv sector. Reportedly, Russian forces have ramped up tactical aviation strikes in the Kharkiv sector after a roughly 2-week pause to prioritize airstrike in other areas of the Ukrainian theater and in the Kursk region. In the Donbass, Russian forces recently advanced along the railway line near Vyimka in the Syrisk sector amid continued offensive operations. Russian forces marginally advanced in the eastern part of Chasiv Yar. The military blog Deep State reported that the situation in villages near Pokrovsk is stabilizing. Ukraine's general staff in an evening report noted fighting around Soledove and Russian attacks on the city of Ukrainsk. We opened today's episode with footages from the 2nd Battalion of the 101st Guard Brigade of the Ukrainian General Staff. Now, the clip collects a series of vignettes showing Ukrainian soldiers adeptly destroying Russian targets using drones. The accuracy and professionalism of Ukrainian drone operators allowed them to effectively hit both infantry and enemy shelters. Combat drones on the front are a real terror for the Russian occupiers. In a video coming up, see Russian assault groups effectively eliminated near the village of Konstantinivka in the Kurahiv area of the front. As the panicked Russians tried to flee the attack drones, Ukrainian pilots from the 79th Air Assault Brigade showed them no mercy and dived straight for the invaders in their shelters. To close out today's episode, we'd like to show you some footages from the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. To be more precise, vignettes of the Kharkiv operation viewed through the eyes of Ukrainian fighters. See soldiers of the 3rd cover the flanks with uninterrupted fire with Russian positions close by. No matter what, the fighters push onward without losing their dark sense of humor for a moment.
Разбираемся! До дерев, до дерев!
Наши там, наши там. Браво, браво, браво! В линию растягивайся.
Я за ним! Держи! Крой, крой!
Я левее за ним. Все целы.
Нормально.
Вот!
Да!
Бери четверку и Кали! Они там!
Плюс! Скала, речь! Фредик, за мною! Минус твой аптечь. Вигружаємо. Швидше, швидше, швидше. Давай, 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 швидше, швидше.
Лям, лям, лям! Я муди, я муди! Работай, работай! пулеметом. Работай! Давай, блядь, тебе эвакуацию вообще!
Ще зі мною.
Забивай своих людей! Штурмовали туда! Давай, бег! Давай! Только ты что ты? Игорь Сапер!
Сам і там, я йду їх там збирати.
Нужно с теми типами штурмовать ту М-ку!
Да, мої там десь вицелилися, йду їх знайду.
Давайте, да, и М-ку продвигайте тоже туда!
Да, плюс.
Парад, М-ка, парад! Давай, 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 рух! Давай, 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 давай!
Заходимо в бліндаж.
Это блиндаж!
Давай заходимо швидко. Заходимо.
Быстрее!
Хорош, хорош, хорош. Швидше, заходи, заходи.
Давай, давай!
Тут чисто. Пацани, треба ці нори нахуй зачистити. Я цинкую цей бліндаж.
Хорошо!
Накат, накат, два вперед! Крой, крой, Гарри! Огонь перенеси! Гарри, блядь! Огонь нахуй!
Пошли!
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.